Listening to Spotify in your car is easier than you think. Yeah.
Doesn't that work? That's a cool song for it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
I
like that. I like that. What's
Yeah.
going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
How y'all doing? There we are. We
got
are
some-
live. We are live.
We live. We killing it.
Sorry, we're a little bit late. We were trying to update some things and clean some things.
Yeah, but I was running late and trying to do some things and try to get used to a new kind of schedule with the kids and stuff. So it's life in the fast slow lane.
Anyway, how you doing? I will check that out. Actually, wait, I might have seen that. Mark, have you got your ass into the forums lately, or what?
See, what had happened was
I knew I was going to start with this.
See, Trump tweeted and it shut the government down, and something about impeachment, and the internet crashed.
You really got to get away from that government.
I don't know. I have not, honestly. That's why I need to get, I'm working on a better schedule for myself, so I'm getting there.
All right, fair enough.
Because once I can, I'm close. I'm honestly, I'm really, really close. I'm really close. But as you guys can see, I've got this stuff scattered about, kind of just thrown about.
That was a good word.
I did get out there and get some flying done. I'm working on editing the video of that. I don't know if I'm gonna post it because I don't know how well the video turned out because I haven't even looked at it. I've just uploaded the videos from my phone. I never looked at them. So I really don't know how it's gonna turn out. So I may or may not post it, but I'll go ahead and tell you guys about the flights. So I took. Let me actually look at how many I took out.
He's gonna ask
because I took a still picture too. So,
I did check it out.
I took out seven Spyders and Hagetaka.
7 and Hagetaka. Okay.
So. Yeah, 7. I believe it was 7. I don't know if I had 8. I might have had 8, but in the picture I had 7, so I might have had one missing from the picture, but it is what it is. But a majority of the ones that flew are here in the in that set. And pardon my hand, I actually have it uncovered now.
He's going to be Dr. Gruesome for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I probably should go put the Band-Aid on it that they gave me.
Oh, it's okay. It looks disgusting. We need that for Halloween. It's all right.
Yeah, right. It's just a Halloween prop. It's not real, folks.
There you go.
I'm just prepping it. Which actually doesn't look that bad.
No, it does not look that bad.
But
I consider it.
I will say that I was impressed, but I was shocked at how they turned out. Because
impressed but shocked.
I did not expect. They all flew fairly good, but the one that really impressed me was the one I didn't expect to impress me the most.
Gee, thanks.
And and I've already talked to you about it, but it is this one right here with that technology on it.
The KIA borrowed stuff.
So, yeah. And what really impressed me about it the most was the fact that straight, not really out of the box, because I didn't even take them in a box. I just kind of carried them to the car, then drove down the street, and then carried them out of the car and set them on the ground, took some pictures, and flew. So, as soon as I got there, I threw this one. And it had the most beautiful flight Like, just straight up. Like, it flew. Like, it got some distance on it. I was impressed. And for me, I was like, there's no way. So I flew the other ones, and they flew. They didn't fly as well as I had hoped, but they flew. Some of them more short range, like the snub nose was a little bit more short range than I really wanted. And that could just be a weight issue, or in the rear, or a drag issue that I've got to figure out.
Well, they are experimental, so you're going to have to work through teething problems.
It's really not. It really wasn't terrible, but because I like this, I like that look in the back. That is what's got me going. Let's see.
Organize this.
This one the one that I wanted to fly the best. This one actually didn't really fly. It flew, but it was more medium range than it was long range. And I don't know if it has something to do with the weight of this paper, and maybe that's the issue with a lot of these. Because this one flew better. And it's short. It's a little bit shorter and lighter.
You will only ever know unless you do change, make it on a different sheet. So
yeah, and I didn't take out the big one. I didn't take out the 6, if you want to call it that. That's what we'll call it for now, the big one. I didn't take that one out at all because I only wanted to test the version, variant 5. And I mean, if you wouldn't have told me to make that other one, I really, honestly, probably would not even be happy with the flights that they had.
What, the KIA one?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I wouldn't have taken that one out or even built it, then I probably would have thought that this flight testing was probably a failure, really.
Well, like you said, it's not a failure. You got to start somewhere, plant the seed, and then continue to grow it. Because again, you got to baby step it. So
I'm definitely going to start working with these. And I mean, shoot, I even have another idea in my head that I just got with Spyder. So I'm going to try that.
All right. Tonight, or are we going to see this?
Can we? Trying to look around and see if I really.
That's good. You're going to use it. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting back to you on there in a second. Yeah, I did notice you mentioned the tip tanks, and it's cool because I think I'm going to do that myself. Obviously, a version of it is forthcoming, and seeing it on Starhawk, that'll be cool. Starhawk's probably a good one. Do you think others along those lines will be able to get it? He's looking through his stuff.
Repertoire.
What the heck was I doing? Oh, because I left that alone. I don't know if I want to leave that alone. I don't know. I think this would be the best bet, actually. Oh, stealth. Stealth. Well, stealth is you continue all your angles the same way. So if I continue the angle, that's the angle. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's not. I mean, obviously the planes aren't stealthy, or they are, depending on how you look at them. But again, everything is a continuation of the same angles. If you have one angle going, you have the same angles going. So,
Catzilla
stomps on through. That was a quick stomp. So he didn't. You did like the K tech on there. I don't really know what to call that. You know, like strakes. I guess those are a form of strakes back there. Whoa. All right, so I'm doing it this way. Okay, and I'm playing with these here myself. I don't know what it is I'm playing with here, but actually, what I'm playing with here is Banshee. But
Yeah. So that's
so
my.
So you like the strakes?
I do. I don't honestly. I don't even know. Yeah, like you said, I don't even know what to really call that. Like, they're not really fins.
No.
They're not
I would
strakes.
call it.
They're not tail. I mean, it could be some sort of tail, but
I would say strakes is probably the closest thing.
it could be like a miniature, like a miniature, like slanted tailplane. So like tail.
They are like the DFCWs.
Yeah,
DFRCWs that I have, but
yeah, to a very small degree.
Yeah. We never really named them anything when he did it. Just like they were on there, and they worked really good. So.
Yeah. Oh, in other news, I do have calendar paper, desktop calendar paper.
Ah.
So there's something to look forward to.
A latch on the wing and the pod skewered on the wingtip. Okay, so it would just be like, poked onto there and a latch holding it in place. Okay, like some kind of like clampy strap over it. Holy cow! I'd like to see how that would look. A mounting pin with the grab. I get it though. Just like like the latch idea. That sounds. Well, I mean, both of them sound cool, but the latch idea. How did Hagetaka fly?
I mean, it was kind of windy. I will say that it wasn't the preferred flying weather. Like, it was still kind of windy. It wasn't the worst we've had in the last couple weeks, but that's my other issue, is that could have put a damper on the flights of the other planes as well. But to me, I feel like if a lighter, legal sheet plane can fight that wind and fly a pretty good distance. I mean, I would say it was medium long. It definitely wasn't.
Which is that's about what I got out of it. Yeah. So no, that makes perfect sense.
It's not long or super long. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those flights yet.
Yeah.
Which is what I want to get it average long, or at least a medium long, like a medium long. Whatever I'm trying to say. It doesn't have to go, half a football field every time or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the duration doesn't need to be a minute and a half every time.
Well, you saw, so it was like my flight, the ones you saw on camera, the video, or?
Yeah. Kind of pretty similar.
Okay.
At least for that one. The others were shorter than that. The other ones I would say medium to medium short.
All right. Fair enough.
Which is okay. Because, I mean, they're different versions, technically. So they could fill different roles. But it's not what I want it to do. But, yeah, I probably will try my idea that I had in my head here in just a little bit. I'll probably
Fair
try
enough.
that.
Okay.
So what's the experiment?
Well,
Banshee news.
Banshee is undergoing I made the announcement last time that the Banshee, the first two mods, Mark 1 or excuse me, Type A, Type B, they're being retired in favor of Type C. This, and I've built these like directly in front of you after the idea I've had, would be Type D.
But don't do that again.
And as I was showing Mark, this isn't really part of the idea, but this is what's happening with these is the whole forebody is kind of free. This was kind of semi-unintended result of what was going on. Will I play with this? Most definitely, because it does give it, as Mark noticed and what we were talking about before, it does give it like a little bit of a channel through underneath there. So they may be poofed out. I may carry it over like that, in which case Banshee's going to be really wicked looking when that actually finishes up. Yeah,
because you could staple that almost in that position and then keep it there.
Yes, indeed. And if I do that, that'll be a different type altogether, because that is not what I was intending to do with this one at first, but it is now. So, like I said, unintended result. So it'll go from Type D to Type E real quick.
Type F for fail.
But basically, this is actually the end result of trying to figure out a way to lighten out the load that Banshees inherently have to form the forewing. All I really did was cut out a strip. So basically, this is two pieces now instead of a single continuous piece, which, original Banshees, this was a single continuous piece. Now it's two pieces. So there's a lot of weight missing from that central area right there. And that's the big test.
So it's pushing more weight to the front?
Yeah. Or it's got this weight in the same distribution. It's got the weight distribution in the same area. It's just a lot less of it. So, again, that's to see exactly how this is going to turn out. I mean, I may forego calling this a Type D and just call it like Banshee lightweight, because it does have way less weight. And see
LW.
See if this does have any any technological advances over the other one or not. Obviously having that forebody moving, that might be something.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh my God, being able to hear that now. Okay.
Now that we figured out how to do that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So these are ready to fly. These have not been test flown. These are two brand new variants, never been tested, but based off the C, and they will at least be a D, if not an E, depending on how that four-body lift goes.
G, H and I, J and K. Oh, we just kidding.
We just kidding. So yeah, I'm gonna see how a lighter weight one goes. These don't get different. Like they have the leading edge, they have Dale going on right here, and they don't. That really doesn't matter per aircraft. Some of them change. It just depends on how the folds go.
Right. So why don't you give them a hurl before I hurl?
When we test them in here, these are stunters. They're probably not going to do much of anything in here.
Yeah.
Hold! Okay, that was pretty freaking cool.
See, he doesn't listen to me. This is the reason he doesn't listen to me. Because indoor flights give you an idea of what it's going to do outdoors, to a degree. Now, I've had some go outside and completely fail. But come on now. That's the first thing you got to do is test it indoors. You got to. Because the weather is controlled. There is no weather. It's either hot or cold or, medium-ish warm. Depending on how you like it. But you can control the wind, you control the humidity, you control all that stuff. So that's why you got to fly it indoors. But he don't listen to me.
Sorry.
But see, he never listens to me.
Okay,
and then he wonders why they fly so good indoors.
Okay, I'm back. Oh,
see.
Okay, here's the deal. Okay, these two are already it's already kind of different because they're made from more advanced paper. This is slightly thicker, and this is closer to Dodge paper. So they're already benefiting from a different style of paper. There's nothing plain about these two yet. So I'm already going to have to build it from something different. But this little thing is a rocket. Dude, it like went down, glided low, pulled up, and ran into a chair. But it flew in a box. It flew in a box only about this big. It just stuck itself right in. It was gorgeous. This one's a pile of crap. This one is really cool. This one flew a little bit delayed on that, but that's okay. This one right here was... I mean, there's potential there. I don't exactly know what made that one do what it did compared to the other one. But like I said, this one just like...
Do you think it poofed out maybe?
Streamed. It could have. That very well could be. This one is a lot looser, I think, in the front than this one is.
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe it didn't poof out.
Yeah, maybe it didn't. Hard to tell because that action, it was a really... Obviously, it's indoors. It's a really quick flight.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I like the controlled environment indoors and flying it indoors, because it gives me a kind of an idea of if I can get it to fly at all.
Well, yeah, no, of course. That's why stage 2 of flight testing is always held indoors. So, yeah, I mean, you're kind of supposed to fly them indoors. Just like when you say launch them here, I almost kind of like, okay, you guys want to see it and you guys can't see it, so...
No, but at least I can hear it, because I can hear it hit the door.
Right.
So
neither of these made it to the door.
And the benefit is I know how far that door is.
That's true, yes. He's been in here. He knows.
So I know how far that door is. Years ago, but I know how far that door is.
And neither one of them made it to the door, because this one just dived into it. But this one, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of these...
Cool.
Yeah, which one was it? I think it was number 6, the V6. Until I tweaked it, it literally just flipped for right out of my hand indoors. Like, so I already knew there was no point in taking it outside until I could get it to fly indoors.
Right.
So that's why I like it, because if I can't get it to fly indoors, I sure am not going to get it to fly outdoors.
But some of these translate out real bad too, which is again why you have the different stages.
I will say that there is a big difference. I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying that you will know if your plane flies.
Because our Steas are beautiful indoors. If there was some reason to keep them as an indoor fighter at all, those right there, I would, because they suck when they get outside. They're gorgeous inside.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with Spyder. Like the V5, like this one in particular, indoors is a beast. It is a beast. Like, but outside, it was rockets through the house. Like, it's like blows my mind. Like it almost turns like a jet fighter. Like fighter jet, you know what I mean. I'm kind of out of it right now. With no pain meds.
Oh, so you're basically a Hollywood star? No, Hollywood stars actually get the pain meds. My bad.
Yeah, they're all cracked out.
They're all cracked out. On the rock.
On the rock. But yeah, this thing is amazing in the house. Like, crazy amazing.
But so you got a basic idea, and OE will back me up on this. You got a basic idea of how you're going to tweak that thing. Like, you already know, you should have plans on what you can do to, like, okay, I can work with this. Because, I mean, it's definitely a workable design. It's based on a Spyder.
Yes, it is. And, I mean, maybe I do need to go back to giving it more of the Spyder slant. I mean, granted, this one has a little bit less of the Spyder slant. It's not as drastic as it normally is, but granted, how... All right, time to pull up the sheets.
Here we go. I never believe these shows start to turn into a research project. Nothing wrong with that, but that's how they go.
Time to pull up the sheets.
You're going to use every one of the OAE. You're going to use everything. The pods are going to go over and everything with a star, even though the pods work really well with everything. Or, right. I'm sorry, the tip tanks.
All right, which one are the You know what I'm trying to think of? The measurements. Where's the measurements at?
Just aircraft. Aircraft has all that, yeah. Aircraft's got dimensions in there. Performance dimensions list.
You know what I meant.
I know what you mean.
That's why I didn't open.
So if we cut, like you're saying, we have a pod here, like you're talking about, and if we cut a little slit into it, okay. Oh yeah, I'm with you on that. Hold on, we gotta see here what we're talking about.
Okay.
We've got to get that hard drive fixed.
What is the... Which one is the rear fuselage?
Well, that would be basically, well, rear fuselage doesn't actually have a dimension because the basic ones are your maximum length, your maximum width, your maximum height. So it would just be how tall is it. I don't have every single dimension in there. That would be up to you.
Dagnabbit.
Well, because you varied most of yours over time, so it's harder to say.
I know, but I could at least find out how much the original one, how tall that rear fuselage was.
Well, you can base it. You can kind of base it off of the sheet there when you see like the V1 obviously has a height of 3/4 inches, so it was 3/4 inches at the maximum point in the front. So, I mean, obviously you arched it down from there, but you always had a little bit of a rudder in the rear end. So
yeah, there's some of them where I barely have any at all, but
right.
I always remember it having some.
Yeah, exactly. So you got at least 1/4. I would say the standard one's probably got a little bit more than 1/4. You've had slight variations on the theme, but you've had at least 1/4. So if you don't have that kind of slant going on, you don't have the basic Spyder slant going on.
And the front is almost 3/4.
Oh,
so it doesn't slant as much.
What do you think? Well, I'm going to have to expand on it.
Did you break that?
Did you break that?
Pods, definitely, yeah. I think that's how me and KIA worked with that too, and we were thinking like, yeah, pods is definitely the way to go. I think the future of cargo carrying, especially for something, any kind of this thing, for example, you wouldn't probably never do that, but if you were to carry this thing to the front lines, if you were to carry staples, to a lesser extent tape, it obviously fits inside the pod. We think like the twin keel design from back in the day, the twin fuselage, as it were.
Oh yeah.
Mark, you remember those? Yeah.
Oh.
If you
They
had
look
that,
so cool, but they did not.
you had to really work with that one. And again, we could get back into that a little bit.
That was
yeah.
it was bad.
You have to find the right design to go with it, and maybe you need stronger paper because all we ever used was base paper, and we never used anything, Dodge paper or Chinese menu or anything. But like the twin fuselage, the twin keel, if you had it there, you would have a channel already built in between, and it'd be a perfect place to stick said pod or a box. In which case, we were thinking about the toothpaste boxes. Most toothpaste comes in those boxes, and they're really already kind of lightweight. So if you were to get that,
just trim it.
Yeah, trim it down to whatever size. Yeah, whatever size you need.
Yeah, leave the backside. Well, you'd have to leave it open.
You leave it open and shut. You'd probably develop some kind of hinge for it based on tape, something that would you'd have it withstand some multiple uses, but eventually you could wear out and reapply it. But yeah, that would be ideal.
What
I think.
are you doing?
Well, I'm just seeing because he made me interested in that. Like he said, the pods, you would skewer it, impaled on it. This is the wingtip pod, and it was pretty easy to do that. So just have it on there. This is a base idea. I just did it, but you get the general idea. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's interesting looking. I would never fly it on there because the weight on this wing instantly would make it drop. But
Yeah, because you got to
cool.
put one on the other side, and that's just...
It's cool looking, though, isn't it?
I mean, kind of.
Well, imagine it being on the other side and it being a lot smaller because on Banshee, this is oversized. There's no reason for it to be this big.
Yeah, I mean, I know. That's kind of what's throwing me off a little bit. I mean, it definitely
it
be
would.
smaller,
I would not have one on that. It'd be hard pressed to be on an Arstea here, but
that wouldn't be too bad.
It wouldn't be too bad. Now, if I had, say, a giant Banshee, put that on.
That's
now it looks
tiny.
like it's just. Now it just. Well, yeah. I mean,
if you put it more in the middle, yeah, it doesn't look so bad. But
if this was truly the cargo plane, this would be a bigger pod. But this definitely, this would work. I gave this one anhedrals for the first time in Banshee history. Made out of calendar paper, of course. Well, it hangs on pretty good. Looks like a rocket launcher on this plane.
I know, that's kind of what I've been thinking of. Like all those, rocket launch planes that we had.
Oh yeah, well, which again, this is what we do. We go back to some of our videos in the cruise missile carriers and the rocket launches. This is what we based it on, except the cruise missiles are the smallest bottle rockets, and normally, any of y'all had that reinforced coat hanger with that tube that's on the bottom of it, that thick ass tube. That's perfect for something like that.
You got to use it.
Yeah, they're heavy, but on the bigger planes, not so much, and they can take repeated launchings.
Not only that, but you could just tape it to the bottom of a Javelin.
But you can. Or an Apex. Or a Thunderbolt.
Or a Thunderbolt. Just not something that stunts and is real short range, because you go and shoot yourself.
Well, it'd be interesting for ground attack, but yeah, it's just like, you're just going to tear up some troops on the ground and only 5 feet away.
Drunken pilot.
Yeah, so again, nothing like that for Banshee, of course, but since we were talking about it, you got me started. Like, that's just the way to do it. So you okay, wait, back to what you were talking about, though. So, besides that new tech, the other Spyders, not so much. But you're going to work with them, right? They're okay.
Oh, of course. I mean, and I think, over the next month, I think that's for the month of October, I think that's what I'm really going to work with, besides getting the lineup and everything else. So, I know you probably saw it already, but I have the studio built.
Yeah.
I have the booth up, so that's here and, now permanent in the room. So now I can kind of work everything else around what I have in here. And yeah, hanging it over the top of that is not going to work like I really wanted to, so I'm going to have to put it... Yeah, I'm going to have to put it over the...
You need some, because you got to get that lock. Well, like I said, what about the boxes? You could do the boxes, at least temporarily, right?
Yeah, I could do the boxes. I have room for those. Now that I'm looking at it, I do have some room, because I had to take that table down, like we were saying.
Yeah.
I did have to take the table down, because it was too long. I'm going to actually have to get a smaller table in here. So, for right now, I just got everything else stacked up. I had to take everything off the table and everything stacked up. So, other than that, I've still got to get the bracket for the TV on the wall. I got to order that. And trying to think of what else I got to do, but there's so much.
We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I'm updating. Forgive me, folks. I'm updating the screen there because I was a little lax in it, but I'm editing to show that it's today's show. In fact.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to leave it at like
I forgot
last
to
week's
do the
show.
intro. I mean,
You
we did one.
didn't you?
We did, but we forgot to do the other intro.
Oh.
It's okay. We'll get it next time. And I don't know if you guys saw the video I posted or not. Actually, I have no idea.
Sweet. All right. Sorry, like I said, bear with me, but we got it taken care of. Everybody's mentioned we're good. We're doing good. Oh yeah. So he got, like I said, the booth is up, but you don't have the room for the line.
Not that I don't have the room. I was originally going to put it, I know we had talked about putting it from over the front door, or I should say not over the front door, but over the door to the room, and then in the center where over the bracket where the TV is going to go, and then hang it off the wall on the other side. But I wanted to drape it at an angle across the top of the booth, but there's no way to even get up there and do it. So,
okay.
I mean, I could get a ladder and climb up there and mount it, but there's not a lot of leeway between the roof and the ceiling to let planes hang. So the drag on it would actually probably dip onto the roof of the ceiling.
Gonna have to work
unless
on
I did a short one.
You could do a short one, or like I've got on mine, you could foreseeably put a hook into the ceiling with something that supports it midway.
Well, that's what I was going to do. That's what I was going to do still on that side, but it's so tall. I mean, this booth is like ridiculously tall, man. How tall is this stinking thing?
He's going to show us.
I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to measure it.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
I don't feel like messing with the camera.
Like, airplane, does it have, like, how many, I saw that how many pods could you mount on it? Like, would it be too far to say maybe even 6? Or is that, like, excessive? And are you thinking, like, tips, wings, and center line? Or, because, I mean, we're talking hard points now. It's really cool. We're getting into hard points, and you can have, like, multiples. And
the booth is
really
7 feet tall.
But your ceiling's up, right?
My ceiling's probably 8.5.
Oh my God! So it's all the way up there. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like my ceiling's probably 8 feet tall. I mean that's standard, I would say, and that does seem like about a foot between the roof and the. Actually, I could measure that too.
Short range attacker, or it could be the dive bomber you were looking for. It's something that flies. I mean, basically, you were asking about that before, and you said basically dive bomber would just be something like your short range attacker, only upscale, big size. Because again, talking bomber or something, but it doesn't have to be overly large. It doesn't have to be calendar size. It could just be Chinese menu, or even a little bit smaller.
So there's
just
20,
slightly bigger.
So there's 20 inches between the roof and the ceiling.
Okay, so
it's a little over 8 foot ceiling.
Almost 2 feet, but not quite.
Yeah.
Well, just enough room to store a shoebox or 3.
I mean, yeah, I could put stuff on top. Don't get me wrong. I could just store boxes and stuff up there, pry fly in boxes, and just store them up there because they're up and out of the way. Which is probably what I was going to do, but I wanted to hang the line across the top of it because I thought, oh man, that would look really cool, putting the line across the top of the booth. But there's not enough room.
Not only that, but wouldn't it be kind of hard for you to access the birds from up there? Get them down?
That's the second part is, not only do I not have enough room, I can't reach them, and the birds would drag and hit the it would have to be a really short line, and they would have to be really small. I mean, I guess I could fit pretty much. I just couldn't fit anything big up there. I could probably fit most of my planes up there, but if I did a small line up there, but then I just really wouldn't be able to get to them.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You really wouldn't want to. You'd want to be able to get to them. So
right, yeah, that's really what I want to.
See,
that's really what I want to do.
4 to 6 pods. Didn't you say what the Starhawk? Okay, you were Mark, sorry about that. Oh wait, you're talking about like the Starhawk has strengthened wings. I take it the Super Starhawk strengthened the wings too. So these tanks, the pods and tanks would definitely work. Man, this is cool.
Son of a...
What the heck did you do?
Oh, I tweaked my wrist. Crap hurts.
Alrighty then.
It just hurts, man. It just...
Is that? I do declare that looks like a big sheet you've got there. Is that a calendar?
No, that's
I'm gonna check it out.
That's that. What, 8.5 by 14?
Oh, okay. The weird one that you've got that is apparently common.
Yeah, the 8.5 by 14.
Okay.
That's about to be. So I'm about to work my idea.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I see. Super Starhawk. Okay. Hey, that reminds me. First of all, Mark, you really got to get on the ball and get some fins going, man. Dude, I want to see some fins, man.
What are you talking
Come
about?
on.
What are you talking about? Why do you want to see the Dolphins do something? Because they're just garbage.
The fins, homie. The fins.
Yeah, exactly. The fins.
Tail fins.
The Dolphins.
Tail fins.
The Dolphins. Because they ain't going to win. They want the number 1 draft pick. They need they need more than a QB.
They need a whole team. Fool.
They need to just start over, fire everybody, coaches, owner. Just give me the team. I'm not even a Dolphins fan, and I'll make them win.
I guess that thing would be really stable, but like, holy cow!
All right.
Oh yeah, I was thinking like, it's something simple. Have you ever done it or considered it? Like just. You have the tail fin on. I'm looking at the Super Starhawk now, and I see, like you said, the 4 pylons mounted on the bottom. Have you ever considered clipping the tip of that fin? Or have you done that before? Or is it always just a straight-up pointy fin like that? I see that. Yeah, they're good God. That thing's ever test flown with those pods on there? Man, you seen this? Okay, he's ripping it.
2 for the price of 1.
Hell yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Ooh, okay, so there you guys, you see the link.
That's good. I wanted you to see that. Yeah, this is just like he said, check out the Starhawk. That's the Starhawk. But if you look at, like he said, that last picture there, dude, that's like, holy cow. Is there a way I can put that?
We're definitely getting a new variant out of this, I'll tell you that.
Get off my screen. There we go. There, check that out.
What in the world? Large auto width height? What are you talking about?
How'd that get on my screen? Okay, well, all right. That's cool that you saw it. I didn't know it does that. It puts up the thing. Did it do up on my screen when I did it? I didn't pay attention. But anyway.
Yes. So whenever you chat, it shows up on my screen, which then shows up on the live feed.
Okay, well, all I did was paste a link there to.
Yeah, which is totally cool.
How do we do that? Did it show up as a link on there for everybody?
Yeah. Well, it shows up as a link. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Those links show a link to OAE Superstar.
So when you guys go back and watch the video, you can pause it and copy the link, or I should say, type the link. You won't be able to copy it because it's a video. If you want, you could copy and paste those into the description of the video.
I could do that. Yeah, I could do that.
What you think about that? OAE, you want us to post those links in the description of the video?
Well, he's already got there anyway, so I mean, he should be. But like, do you see that picture? It looks really cool. Those pods are just sticking down.
Don't you see I'm in the middle of something?
It looks like a B-58. It's hot.
Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking.
Apparently, he's in the middle of something. He can't be distracted.
Don't be distracting me. Don't be distracting me.
This was done at work 2 days ago. Why didn't I mark this? I'm an idiot, but I know I did it, so I'm okay.
Did you or did you not?
This is not a horror movie.
Believe me, I know. But this thing freaking sucks, man.
Okay, but your thing now is just like me and him do. Is like you're gonna have to build a batch out of different sheets, so you got this, down.
Yeah, so I have an idea of what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, because again, some of these are going to work.
Oh, they all gonna work. Whether or not they work the way I want them to work is a different story. Because I may only get medium long out of them.
And I've got to take all these out. Believe it or not,
now that
folks,
I've just cut half of the weight off instantly.
All these
by doing this, now that I just cut half the weight off of Spyder on this version. Like,
good on you, man. Good on you.
I mean, you know me. I do not like cutting. I'm just that way. I just don't like doing it.
But you gotta work on that. You can't just be all against cutting and stuff. You gotta,
You know how I've been for years, man.
I know, but
I've changed. I've adapted and changed.
You've overcome. You adapted.
I mean, I instantly cut the paper in half. Like, the idea came to me and I said, okay, yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Better? Okay. I didn't like where I was at.
Okay.
Good on you, OAE, for naming it a hustler. Because, again, that picture makes it look like a hustler. But you ought to, that feed,
Okay.
dude, I like that.
All right.
We got to give Mark the award for actually Mr. Government official over here being crimped by the government, as it were. He's got he makes 2 planes out of 1 sheet. That's actually bonus right there. They ought to love that. Subscribe that.
Yeah, that's how this government works. Because it's the beginning of the fiscal year for the government.
Which means you ought to have all the funds in the world.
You know how that works. We ain't got no money yet. We probably won't see that money until the end of the month. So we still broke. So we trying to cut corners.
We gotta get you off that fiscal year stuff, back on the calendar, the school year stuff, like we usually stick to here in IVPAC.
See,
we do stick to school year here in IVPAC. We recognize 2. We semi-recognize the fiscal year, but we do recognize, obviously, the CY, the calendar year, January 1 to December 31st. But we also recognize, because a lot of us start building these things in school, we do the school year, which is our kind of fiscal year. And that's September 1st to August 31st. That's our own little nod to having a fiscal year. So that's like the other major yardstick we stick to. That's just a holdover from when everybody was in school and we basically started building these things. Does he have it?
ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I still haven't got a chance to get any of the ones, like I haven't got this one out yet. I was gonna go
When you get to this point, you just take this lighter.
You're not done with that there, buddy boy.
And you light it.
I have not got a chance to fly this one yet, which I was gonna do for NASA over there. And OAE, I was going to test fly the Cobra too, but I haven't got a chance to get out there yet because, dude, our weather has been absolutely up and down horrible. When it's not been super freaking humid, which would just kill these things, it's been raining, which is, of course, just another form of humid. So, pouring down the rain. Kind of just sucks. And hopefully stuff will improve here Just not recently. What are you going to do with that one? You got it folded and you're just going to pry fly it, or are you going to put something on it?
No. Give me a second. I'm looking for my stuff, man. I had to move stuff around.
40 years old. Beginning of the movie when he's trying to start his Beetle and it won't start, and the neighbor's like, do that, and some of like John Deere, 15 years old, never had any trouble out of it. That Beetle's like 40 years old. It has a right to not start when it's a frozen ice block.
I have no idea in particular. Now I'm looking at this.
Why are they showing a Christmas?
Why this OA? Why this OA? Got you on the brain there, OA. I'm sorry. Why this Banshee turned out so long-winged? This is really odd. I can't explain this. And by that I mean this is like a little deeper variant, which I see why. I think there's more up in the front, so this one's going to be a lot more different than these here. But if you see like a typical Banshee, dude, this adds almost a full inch onto a regular Banshee. This, hell, beyond that, it's like almost 2 inches. Tail goes all the way. That's 7 1/4. Man, 7 3. Yeah, 7 3/8. Whereas this one, 6 1/2, and it pretty much stops. Yeah. So this is, again, I don't differentiate the Banshees anyway. And beside, like, there's basic things, and going back to how we discussed on variants and stuff like that, this is totally up to the contractor as to how you differentiate between your variants. I choose not to see a difference in wing depth, tail depth, as it were. It probably changes the aspects of the plane, in which case I probably should do that, but I don't. So I might look into that, but there's really kind of no point to that because they're just flight difference is going to matter. Basically, that flight differences are going to matter. So I might have to change it. This is, I don't know. I got to take these out first to see. This one has a landing gear, so this one's different. Oh, dead comunista.
That hit the window.
That hit the window?
That hit the. Yeah, it sounded like it hit the door.
Oh, the noise you heard?
Yeah.
Oh, that was just the dunking on this.
Oh, I had my back turned.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for something.
I can't get these. Oh my God, these. All right, I threw it at the door. These new ones. No, they barely cleared the bookshelf. They just drowned themselves in the. They just dip straight down. So obviously this might be a no-go. But it's hard to tell if what we were talking about, they're actually experiencing that uprightedness in the front end, which could cause them just dip down, or they just suck. I don't think they just suck, because inherently Banshee likes to fly up. So yeah, it must be. Well, that one doesn't. They're.
Holy crap! There ain't nothing but fucking airplanes.
Holy cow! Well, it flew back pretty well. Wait a minute. Maybe only females can throw these.
It's called
Dude!
fly.
They freaking fly! She can fly them. I can't fly them. She can fly them.
I don't know. Was there another one that went over here?
To the left, yeah.
That one tanked. It depends. You have to throw them really light. Like you have to like almost go with them.
Oh, that's perfect park job. Okay, so
Okay.
they're not bad. They're not bad. They're not good, but they're not bad.
So I had them in there.
Got that song on your head, babe?
Is that good?
Yeah. Yes, it was. Oh. Get this one here.
There's a Untamed Ego, I think is the company. Has
Yeah,
a bowl.
let's
like,
slant that a little bit.
If you dip
Let's
this on it.
do it that way a little bit.
They're the ones that have the soap thing dispenser that says "Wash your fucking hands."
Advertising.
I want that. Wash your fucking hands.
Okay, tuck those back away so the cat can't get to them, because the cat's probably going to get to them anyway. Because cat. Pods. Okay, yeah. Don't put pods. I really do want to put pods on there, though. We have discussed this often enough that pods probably should be happening.
All right, I'm putting the regular Spyder slant on this.
When you mount the pods on wait, the skid mounts are your landing version, but they can be like obviously not just landing gear but pylons, right? So you can mount stuff on them. He put the new cut in, and now he's putting the regular Spyder slant in. I recently found
it didn't slant as much as I thought it did.
I recently found the slant again.
It didn't slant as much as I thought it did, but it's definitely super light
compared to how they normally are.
Oh. Ridiculous. But I also cut the anhedrals a little bit shorter too. Versus, that.
Yeah.
You can see the size difference.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. I finally found this plane after having lost it apparently since February 19th of 2019. This year, I'm sorry. Yeah. February 19th of this year.
Yeah, you can see the size difference right there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it gives it a little bit more wing back there. And I'm just going to leave them like that. Maybe 90. Maybe kicked out a little bit. We'll see.
Wow. Coming from you, that's pretty high praise, considering that like a lot of yours are pretty complex. So you thought the Strike Hunter was a lot more complex than the Vulcan, the Meta Vulcan. Damn. You have to look back on the Strike Hunter and see exactly how complex that thing really was. Man, this thing, God, dude. Doesn't this look like one of those planes you built when you were like in 4th grade, except it's got horns? I know, this is another testy.
Yeah, it looks like half the planes that I have down here.
It's not bad, but it just, the horns kind of, it was something we were working on. I don't know, I played with it. I'm going to burn it. You get one of those lighters he's got and just burn blow and burn out of it.
I got to give this thing.
Hold on. I got to get me one.
I got to give this thing some weight. I got to give this thing some weight.
And the plane died.
It looks like a...
I know, I keep getting up. I'm sorry.
Up. That thing looks horrendous.
Oh, man, I think it needs gas. I have to put some gas in there.
I hope I'm not putting too much tape up here, but...
I'm not going to burn it inside. That'd be...
That'd be the best. That'd be the best thing for it.
That'd be bad. Oh my God! That song, I don't know.
A soprano, you are not.
So that's definitely
a no-go?
No, this is definitely, I mean, if I get this one to fly, this one's definitely going to be a variant. It has to be.
Well, it might be a V6 since the other V6 that was V6 is not 6ing.
Right.
I mean, dude, you said it was horrible, so...
Oh, yeah, V6.
I'm sorry, you didn't say it was horrible, but it was uninspiring, so looking for another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so you do have a... Okay. Check that out.
Oh.
I'm going to go take a look and see what it looks like.
But what happens if I take a V1 and do the same thing on the other half of this paper? What variant is that? Seven?
Dude, totally up to you. I don't know, maybe.
A V2 like A, what, like V2Q? I don't know.
Oh, that's the 504. You said the 506? Checking that now.
Because that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that one that I built. And then, oh, man. Freaking. Man, it hurt.
But you can't just I don't know, you're still basing it off the same idea, though.
But I'm folding a V1.
Yeah. And but you're putting V6 stuff on it, right?
No, I'm going to make it strictly a V1.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
You just out of this shorter paper. It wouldn't be a V2 because V2 is not made out of this.
I'm not seeing it in there. I got the XF504 is in there, but I don't have the 506. Even searching, can't find it. Whoa.
Boom, shakalaka.
Go under Explorers and Images. Okay.
Ow.
It's the third one? Okay. Oh, yeah! Yeah, okay,
Figure
there
out
you
which
go.
finger I can press with that doesn't freaking hurt.
Uh-huh, all right.
Maybe that. Maybe I'll hold it like this. So
Aw.
Alright, so then I need to fold that. Like that.
I see it now. Yeah, I got you. Okay. I'm gonna... Dude, this is gonna floor him. Okay, stand by one.
Gonna ceiling
Right.
me. What in the world? How to make paper airplane stuff?
That's a picture. That's a picture of the Strike Hunter. Hey, Robert, how's it going, man? That's a picture of the Strike Hunter he's showing. And
Yo,
dude,
what up?
dude, check it out. It looks just like the plane you made. Well, I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. It doesn't look just like the plane, but it's got the same cut. It looks like it's a fold, but it looks like it's got the same cut. It's kind of neat.
What you talking about? Let me get down.
Just look. Just because of how his angles work, it looks like the same cut. Pretty neat.
What you talking about?
See how his leading edge? See how the leading edge there, the forewing leading into the rear wing, that fold cups down. Looks like you're cut back there. Yeah, that little notch.
This?
Yeah, his is made a totally different way, but it looked the
Yeah, you're talking.
where it starts out. Yeah, where it starts out looks basically similar to what you got going on.
Interesting.
I'll be looking for the pancake next for Mark's enjoyment.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it kind of looks like that. That little notch right there, yeah.
Yeah, that little notch, yeah.
This one's not going to have it, though. This is strictly a V1 made on a V6 paper or whatever you want to call this. It's the V6 platform. Now we're just going to have platforms or something like that? I don't know.
Oh, that's how, again, totally up to you how you want to do it. If you want to illustrate them that way or differentiate them that way.
V6, V1.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
V6 Alpha 1, Alpha...
Robert, I checked out on the on Facebook, that video you put up there through the messages. That was really cool. That flight. Oh man, that was really.
Oh, that last one.
Yeah,
that last video he did. Yeah, that was that. Yeah. I had to show my wife that video too because I was like, dude, this plane looks awesome. Check out this plane.
They have this glint to them. I mean, like, it's really cool, you know.
Now, that needs to go there. That's probably too big, but I'll deal with it. You know, it's easier to build for myself and not for the camera.
Well, yeah, you're not worried about that right now.
I mean, not really, but
I think the way he builds them and then like they fly the way they do is pretty cool.
well, yeah. I mean, I would never touch my wings. Not like that.
But his are so
manhandles
reinforced that if you touch him, it doesn't matter. Plus the fact that, of course, with his, you kind of got to because there's like no way it's going to fly otherwise.
Well, yeah, but he's got enough tape on it to where.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh, I'm glad. I'm surprised I did that. I almost didn't have to do that, but I do. 'Cause it's still the same day. October 022019.
And you decide to stick with that. Decide to stick with the Metavulcan as opposed to the Hunter. Okay. Do you like those rubber hitches, man? That rubber band launch, I mean, dude, that is probably, I guess that's a really good way to go. Obviously, it's working for you. I mean, I've seen plenty of videos, especially if you watch, like Japanese at the air parks when they do their flights. There's a lot of them that, like, they give them to their kids or something. They launch them with rubber bands, and it takes, like, nothing, and they get up to such a high altitude. Of course, their paper airplanes are a lot more exotic. It's not just origami. They, like White Wings, they've got the balsa wood gliders. The only thing paper on them is really the wings. The cardstock they use is impressive. I have a couple of White Wings kits. It's like super thick. Plus the fact that they layer it. So it's really crazy.
Yeah, they layer paper and stuff. I don't even know what they do.
Yeah, one of the White Wings kit I had like the 15 plane Heritage Edition in the silver box, and like they are pure paper, but they're that cardstock, and it's like there's no balsa wing or balsa wood.
I cannot get the Spyder slant to save my life, man.
It comes in a body style, and it's just like you put pieces on it. It's like, what?
I can't slant a Spyder to save my life anymore, man.
Why? You could do it before. I've got like two.
Man, because I was trying to fold straight back then. It just ended up me folding it crooked.
Okay, wait. Then solve it. Try to fold straight.
Yeah, apparently.
That's apparently yours. You just try to fold straight.
Because I tried to slant this thing and it didn't work. I just folded it almost straight. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, it's got a slight slant to it, but it's no drastic slant. I'll just try it. I'm just gonna leave it like it is and try it and see what comes of it.
You gotta make sure you get your slant back though, because I mean, again, your slant is one of the things that makes Spyder. So, and I think that'll help the other ones you got.
Maybe, but that's why I'm trying these out. Cutting the weight out, folding a V1 at a V5, and seeing what I could do. Seeing if it does anything. Putting the same pieces of tape, the amount.
I've done that, OE. I have tried that. Ironically enough, one of the first variants I built when I still had the Phase 1. I literally still had the Phase. It was the 1M at the time, but I believe it was 89. I called it the Stealth Phase 1. It had that fold. I mean, literally, it had the exact same fold. Well, a little bit sleeker because of length versus width of the aircraft, but and I did fold it a little bit more narrow, but a little bit longer. Like if it was on this wing, it would only be like yay narrow, but I still ended up with like the same results. And I mean, again, for the look, you can't beat the look. I mean, that version in particular didn't fly that badly, but I ended up scrapping it because, again, for an experiment, it was cool, but it wasn't something I wanted to go with because complexity, and I couldn't figure out it did nothing for the phase 1's flight. It really cut it down, and I wasn't looking for a medium range at the time. So, and that's something else. I mean, dude, that's something we should be doing too. Is we should be actually like you're scared of cutting. You know, I've always been scared of like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you should see if you've got any room for expansion. So like, one of the things is, and you've got this with your planes too. All of you have got this with your planes. One of the things that they do is, like, you have an inherent curve or you have a fold to them or something like that. We should try to work with that. Like, if they've got said fold or said curve, you should try to, like, if it doesn't have it in your next plane, if you fold it out of it, fold it into it. Like, just instead of getting the curve, which is a natural curve, don't do that. Just fold it and put the curve into it with the fold. I know that sounds a little bit more complex than it is, but it's like you're giving it one it doesn't normally have. And I mean, I don't see why that would be any worse than doing the other stuff on purpose. Yeah, it's like, it's like if you've got the curve, this one doesn't have it, so you fold it in there. So what? I don't know if any of you boys have actually tried to use couple before. If you even remember what that is. Mark, you remember what that is? I know you scan the tech sheets. Oh, if you scan the tech sheets, maybe.
It's been a minute.
Okay. Couple was the clipped over wing pocket and the leading edge. It covered the whole front end and stuff.
I remember what it was like the saying, but I don't remember what it looked like. See?
That's the end result of doing that. That's exactly what I did with the phase 1, the stealth phase 1, that as I called it.
What? That fold?
Yeah, that fold. It cuts on its. This is a really cool option. Like, it cuts down the wingspan greatly, and it's going to turn into a completely different plane. I don't know what I got to do with this one. Well, that's not bad, but the couple was taking. I don't have anything here. I have a wasp. I think it was a wasp I can illustrate. A wasp was, oh God, I can't use a wasp. There's no wing pocket to cut. Don't you have anything with a wing pocket sitting there I can use?
Say what?
Don't you have anything with you got a Diablo sitting there? Oh, wait, you know what? No, hold on a minute. Do you have a Diablo you can play with, or do you want to build a Diablo real quick? That was like the slowest intro ever.
Like,
what the hell?
Like you said, you want me to do what?
Well, do you have a? Can you want to play with that Diablo, or do you want to build one real quick?
Oh man,
we're gonna give you another piece of tech to play with. Maybe this is gonna be our tech tip. Each week we're gonna have a part of the show as a tech tip, and one of us will build like one of the tech in there. Just an idea for the show. Come on, man. You can do this.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Somehow I knew that was coming. Come on, man. A Diablo is a simple build. And
I mean, it really is.
I'll teach you how to put couple on it and see what it does. It's not even hard. It's not even hard.
No, it's not hard. It's just that I don't see how it's going to work on that plane. I mean, there's not enough wing.
Oh, no, it'll work. Trust me. You got plenty of wing for couple. Seriously. Bust us out of Diablo, and I'll show you how to do couple real quick. And it might change your mind about it. You might be putting it on all Diablos from now on. I mean, you already like the tech that we put KIAs onto your Spyder right there. Come on. What do you got to hurt? It's a lot like this one here. Like it's broke back flyer. Think blows. Oh, the wings skewed. One thing you got to worry about when you build them like that is their the wings having all the control surfaces they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done that.
I had to think for a minute, like, which way did I? Like,
I've done this on more than one actually. It's not just the stealth phase one from back in the day. I have tried this on Jetstreak has gotten this. Windcuter has gotten this.
Yeah, it has.
Because I do like. I mean, the end result, the look of it's really cool, but
Get this.
So this might be a new feature for this, folks. I mean, we always talk tech. We really do almost always talk tech, right? Somebody's got some idea or something we're trying, and basically we're all diddling with something in the first place. So
I ain't diddling, doodling, daddling, none.
Obviously, the all moving forebody of the new Banshees here is probably not going to be a promising tech, but that's okay. That was just shown in doing this, and that was something I wasn't going to keep anyway. More of this is probably going to be taped down, so keep an eye out for that. I'll be posting this. If I can get this thing as a first flight, I'll definitely show people. And I believe Diablo's a quick build, so, right?
Say what?
Diablo's a quick build, like you said, right? So, I mean, no big deal. I know, I'm sorry, I'm making you build yet another plane. You could just experiment with the one you got sitting there. But he's not. He's going to build a new one. That's the spirit. Apparently, we do have time for them. Zeus is going to be another one of those that's going to require a whole show, isn't it? Plus the fact that if it's any of your planes, I'm going to need to have a whole roll of tape. And I'm going to have to get a whole roll of nice-looking tape because I'm
some duct tape.
Yeah, well, I suppose as long as the sheet that you use is cool, or do you even use a sheet? I need to check out I got to remember your how to build video because like the sheet that you use, if it's not even a sheet, you just build it around a skeletal structure. Oh, I really got to look at those. I've wondered about that when I've seen his because, like, you see the way his are shaped. He's got a regular shape to him, so it's like if it's tape around tape and it's got a central fuselage, he just builds it.
I think some of them have a similar shape to them. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. That's just kind of what I've noticed. So maybe it does have some sort of skeletal structure, like as a base, and then he builds the bodies out of the rest of it.
Hey, and this is coming from Mark, so, I mean, dude, it's got to be real, because this is the king of Delta Diamonds here.
I mean...
Every other plane he comes out with is Delta Diamond. So,
yeah, I think, honestly, the two that I don't... that I've built, let's put it that way, that I've built non-Delta Diamond would be...
Well, you're building one now.
Diablo was the first one. Phantom Lightning was the second.
Well, Draco was the first one.
Well, Draco was the first one, but that was that was a bus.
Well, I know.
Diablo was the first one.
All right.
Wait, out of the designs that I have.
But Phantom Lightning was... Oh, okay. I was going to say
Phantom Lightning's made out of the other half of this paper.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying, though, is like... Wait, you built it first, then you built Diablo, right? Or did you build Diablo first, then build that?
I don't know. What letter is Diablo?
Not as early a letter as Phantom Lightning, because Phantom Lightning is the B.
Oh,
or Phantom Lightning. Whereas Diablo is not.
What's Diablo?
Further down the letter, I don't know. You have the sheet up. Where's the sheet?
Dagnabbit, I don't have it up.
Well, I know, but every time we play with the sheet, I say, where's the B? And you go like, well, it's Phantom Lightning. It's not on there no more. Diablo's on there, and Diablo's not where Phantom Lightning is. So it's got to be not that. It's got to be not that.
Diablo is C. So
Diablo
Phantom
is
Lightning
C.
is B.
Wait, no, Vortex is B.
Vortex is B?
It's
oh.
So Phantom Lightning is D. So D is the one. Okay,
D.
So Diablo
oh,
first.
Yeah. That is true. Wow, I didn't realize that. I thought it was sooner.
Because I remember Vortex was number 2. Vortex was your next bird after Draco.
Wow. That thing stuck around, man.
So you did build a Delta Diamond first.
So I did. Yeah, that was... Yeah, after Draco, yeah. That was... So my first plane ever was... I should have been done by now. I've been sitting here chatting and looking at stuff.
It's all right. It's all good.
You shut up. I need to record that. Dog.
It strikes
good.
me as funny as that, like, he's looking at that and, like, Draco. Okay, Draco's a little bit of a necessity because, again, everybody starts out with some Pumbaa thing that everybody built. But right about the time Draco and even Diablo, for a lesser extent, and Vortex rolled out, this plane right here rolled out. Because right about the time he was kicking off and getting all of his planes in line, Banshee was one of my new designs.
You shut your mouth.
As was Venom.
I do remember that.
Yeah, Venom and Banshee came out about the same time as each other.
Yeah, they were pretty beastly. They were beastly.
Banshee was a direct result of, well, not exactly a competition, but I did have. You didn't even realize it at the time, did you? But you were witnessing that because you saw me put Osprey to bed because Banshee replaced Osprey, and that's what I was doing. Oh my
God! Yes.
I was flying them off because I wanted to make sure Banshee was better than Osprey in most respects, and it was. So there was a competition going on, and I was like, "Oh, Osprey's retired." I do
remember that.
Yeah,
man, what was that? 15 years ago?
Yeah, about the end. Yeah, right at the end of '99, 2000, right about the end of the edit, or
20 years ago,
near the end of the Attitude Era.
You shut up! 20 years ago. See?
Yeah.
Oh man, that hurts, man. Well, how old is Mini-Me?
21.
Oh.
He was a plane crusher back in the day, man. He just didn't know it.
He's 21?
You asked us before.
I don't care. I bet no. Man. You mean he can drink now?
Uh-huh.
That hurts. Holy crap. Oh, my head's about to explode.
Did you get that plane done yet?
Well, yeah, it's technically done.
Well, I can't see it because there's a sheet in the way, so I can't tell you what to do with it now.
It's technically done.
It's technically done. Well, you got to form the wing so we can know where to put couple.
Well, yeah, hang on. Let me date it, though, because I technically finished it. Yeah, okay, so I'm
sitting here rattling around my lighter, and I can't actually hear it because I'm wearing the damn headphones. Oh, yeah, it definitely needs some juice. Definitely needs some juice.
19. Having trouble writing because I'm so stinking tired of... Okay, so...
Tired of writing?
I'm just exhausted in general.
Oh. Good thing he's on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing it right now? Sweet. See, you need to get a little like video going on so we can see these nifty little like I like the fact that our shows spur people to be creative. That's really cool.
Dagnabbit.
That's the thing about it. Watching y'all's videos, I do that a lot. If I watch you guys' videos or anybody else's in there, I'm like, I gotta build something. I gotta borrow that idea or whatever. I mean, dude, seriously, Robert, one of your planes is what gave me, like, look, we're talking about it again. Watching yours is what gave me the idea to do what I did with Banshee right here. This new thing that I made the announcement on, this new piece is you're I can't remember which one. I have watched like 3 or 4 of them, but I was like, I gotta try this. It's hard to say what because I don't think any one of yours does that. It's just. The idea made me think like I gotta do this, and nothing else is gonna. I don't think any other plane I can do really works with that. It'd be like trimming weight on a Javelin. What the hell's the point?
Dagnabbit.
What did you do?
I made like a V1.
Oh, you put the wing pockets down below too, didn't you? Yeah, you gotta make it with the wing pockets on top because it's not gonna work without them on top.
I can fix that. I just
okay.
I didn't want to put them on bottom, believe me.
I'm sure you didn't because, I can't give you a couple. I mean, a couple would probably not serve its purpose on the bottom, although you would be the first to test it. So it could, in theory, be something we can try.
But this could be one of the first planes with the date on the inside. Secretly dated on the inside.
I used to do that when my planes were brand new. Well, that night. Well, wait. I'm sorry. Right about the time of the paper air war, I had to do that. They had secret codings. You had to actually flip up the inside to see who they belong. It was serious business back then, man. That's what started all the coding. I don't think I did real coding. I mean, I've always been an Air Force brat, so I was interested in how to keep these things based. But it wasn't until it really got serious that, like, okay, we need to keep track of our birds. And I did color codes as well as number codes that didn't match anything. They just actually meant something. They still had their dates on them, but it was like one of the first things we did after the Air War stopped, and we got into what I used to loosely call Air War II, which really was kind of just like a op eval. It's basically our first and only op eval up to this point. Was when we did all kinds of, like, 5 of us got down, sat together, and like, okay, what does what and what do we need in case something like this happens again? That's basically what it all started. And then we got, like, the codes written down and where they needed to go, what they needed to do to indicate whatever, blah, blah, blah. So
Okay, so that's a little... Oh. Okay, but it's still even. Now I gotta take that daggone crease.
I've been bad about the calendar myself, too. I haven't actually got a chance to, like, there's been so many flights that I've done, like, after work, which count as sorties. I mean, I get out there and fly them just to test fly something I've built there, built here, and I've brought out there. And those need to count. So there's a lot more flight days that I've had out there that I haven't had a chance to put in there. It really sucks because going back through time, I need to make sure I remember them. I know I did them, but you guys don't know I did them. I suppose I could be writing in this thing again. I used the calendar and I cheated, and man, I don't want to think about that no more. But since I used the calendar, I mean, like, dude, I haven't been in this thing in years, and it's almost embarrassing.
Oh yeah, I haven't been in mine in years either.
And we probably should fix that because, again, we need to mark something that we flew. Not just video. I mean, we got to have something in words. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Let me look at this. Let me look at this.
Oh my God, I haven't been back in this in 12 years.
Ow. Ow. Okay. So the start of this book was April 24th of 2015. I had the next entry in May. Oh, yeah, May of 15. And then March of 2019.
Oh my God. You didn't fly at all between there, or you just didn't mark between them?
I didn't mark anything like
okay.
that. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, we're just like any other business, and yeah, I suppose we do a lot of paperwork because we have paper. But like sometimes you gotta have.
From March,
you gotta keep track.
From March, I didn't write anything else until July. So I haven't written anything.
So it's nice to keep the flight logs.
Yeah.
This
is right around when Raptor came out.
This one is substantially older. This is my 4th one. I had 3 others, and the other 3 are lost. And very sad about that, but I'm getting over it. The first entry in this one is pre-Mark's time. Actually, is marked on October 31st of 96. Is in here. There's the first date written in here, and then it goes to. There's a lot of coverage. September 1st, 2007, and I ceased to write in it. But I put all that stuff in the calendar after that. So, I mean, I've got a bunch of it in there, but there's quite a few I've missed because I keep forgetting to, like, indicate, oh, I flew a sortie this day. You know, come out after work through a plane. That counts. You got to write it down, especially if they're good. What are you going to do if you build like, this plane was amazing?
Yeah.
I only remember it in my mind.
Yeah, right. So
That's
Raptor
not
was
cool.
built earlier this year, and I put that on this date, but put the date that it was actually built in here, so that's good.
That helps.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ready to put couple on that thing?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you're going to need a scissors.
I'm going to need to what?
You don't need to bust out the X-Acto for this, unless you want to, but you shouldn't have to.
I try to find my X-Acto. That's the problem.
You just had it the other time we did this, man. It was sitting on your desk.
I move stuff around, and I can't find a daggone thing.
It's just buried under your planes, man.
It's buried under this mess of garbage. Like you guys can't even see. It looks all nice and neat right here. But right here, over here, over here, over here, down there, over here. I'm surrounded by madness.
Okay. So, scissors. Surrounded by madness.
All right, so where am I going to cut?
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut your wing pocket. In Diablo's case, you don't get, it doesn't have anhedrals, right? You only put that on the different versions, right?
Right. Yeah,
Okay,
so the original does not.
You're going to cut, let's see. Well, how about this? Give me a length of your wing. That way I can tell you where to put it.
One side?
Yeah, just one wing. What's the length of your wing? Or width of your wing?
From the back?
Nah, from the fuselage to the tip. It would be width. I'm
so
sorry. It's width.
so from here to here?
Yes.
But where at? From here?
Yeah, widest point. What's your width?
2 inches?
Oh, it is almost approximately, isn't it? Okay.
Yep.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a straight cut at the 1 inch mark then, on the wing pocket.
So closer down here.
Yeah. Well,
Straight.
about halfway through it. I would literally do it like about halfway through it.
Yeah, because this is 1 inch, like right here.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So
cut
this,
it there.
this line approximately is 1 inch.
Yeah, that's exactly
Ish.
the line you should cut on.
Just
Straight. Yeah, straight forward. Yep.
down this way.
Yep. Well, actually towards the leading edge, because the couple by definition goes to the leading edge. So cut the wing pocket, entirely cut the wing pocket all the way up to the leading edge.
Wait, what?
You have to cut the wing pocket all the way up to the leading edge. All the way up. And of course, you're going to want to try to keep it even.
Wait, so
actually, you know what? Wait a minute. Let's do this. Let's make your leading edge cut first. That way you know which line you're following, okay? So wherever that 1 inch mark is that you said you're going to cut, I'm going to rubber band launch some of these. It's definitely going to happen to Javelin. I promise you that. Javelin is going to experiment with it. I don't know what else I can do. I mean, phases may benefit. Novae may benefit. Wyverns will benefit. Something that's got some pretty reinforced front end structure to be able to handle it. Okay, so yeah, wherever that line is you were showing me, since that's the 1 inch mark, right?
It's really not. That's not the 1 inch mark. Now that I actually lined it up, that's actually that's 3/4.
Well, now you've got it on full. Well, is it 3/4? Yeah. Well, that'd be fine. Somewhere in the middle is cool.
Because you got to remember that this.
Oh, well, you unfolded it now, so it's not on your fuselage.
Yeah, so it's got. You want it on this line, right?
No.
No, I'm not saying the cut. Like you want me to measure from this line.
Oh yeah, measure from that line.
That's where
yes.
I need to measure from. So this line is not, even though it's not straight.
Although that line you've got on that paper looks like about where you need to do it.
This one right here, right?
Yes, I think I would cut
That's
it right.
Actually, yeah, it's not straight.
Well,
because this fold isn't straight.
Right.
So
well, that's fine. That's fine because you kind of got to follow your fuselage line anyway. So it's going to follow that. You want it straight up and forward. So yeah, wherever you're gonna if you want to use that line as a guideline, so you tell where to put it, that's cool.
So Maybe if I did it this way?
Yeah, you could do it that way.
I could measure it that way?
Yeah, you can measure it that way.
Because...
And right about where the 10 is about where you should cut it. Yeah, that's where I would cut it.
Yeah, like right here.
Yep.
So let me draw this line here. So
And
you
you
want me
guys
to cut this way? All the way down to here?
You're cutting straight back. You're cutting straight back.
So I'm cutting...
But see, what you're going to do first is like the leading edge cut is, well, go ahead and mark it so you know what you're doing. You guys are seeing firsthand what couple is. If you ever had any questions, if you've referenced the tech sheet, or if we've spoken about couple before.
Okay. So that's the line.
That's the line. Yeah, you're going to cut that complete line. But I'm going to have you cut the leading edge first to make sure that it's notched on the other wing so you know where to put it on the other wing. Unless you got a better way to make them, even. Because you
No, that's what I'm saying. I was going to cut them both at the same time.
Okay.
So just literally just hold it like this and then just...
Oh, well, the thing is you're not going to cut the main wing, though. You're just cutting the wing pocket. That's the problem.
Ah.
Only the wing pocket gets cut. The wing itself stays, you leave it alone. And you're going to cut the leading edge, though. That's going to be the difference. You will notch the leading edge. So wait, flip it back over.
Hey.
Take your scissors while you got it like that and cut the leading edge. But you're only going to cut that thing like about, oh my God, maybe an eighth.
Yeah, just like a tiny little niche.
Yeah, you're literally just going to cut like a dog tooth into it.
All right.
It's going to be a little nip. Get
Right.
both wings because that'll, like I said, that'll be the start on the other side.
All right. Let me go. Yeah, give me a second.
I can show you guys on something else. I'll show you on a. I don't want to waste this paper on something like that. I have a sheet. I haven't used couple on very many things. It benefits the phases greatly because, again, one of the things, if you want to do it, if you're going to do it with one of your planes, if you've got double sheets, if you've got a wing pocket on the top, especially, if there's a plane that you have that needs a curve, it installs the curve because the wing pocket, in the case of a lot of the double sheets, you may have noticed this, it adds the stress to the outer wing, so it'll bring your wings up. Something like his Spyder, they have a lot of stress, but you won't benefit from something like this. But if you cut the wing pocket, you take the stress away. But if you only do the top and leave the wing intact, it presents an interesting, like, a profile. When you look at it in the front, it provides the arch, and yet it flattens out to the back because the wing pocket has the give, but the wing stays the same. It's really cool to see it in practice. Diablo that we're having him do it with, I have to admit, it may not benefit that one and work the way I have visualized because his aircraft doesn't have... Good God, that's all I've got in special sheets. His aircraft doesn't have too much in the way of... Man, okay, I have to use this. His aircraft doesn't have too much in the way of... the Diablo doesn't have stress. It's single-papered. But he does have a wing pocket. And his plan form is very phase-like. So he could do this. I'm going to show you quick on a sheet, on a basic plane, to show you exactly how couple works. Plus, I got to get ready because he's going to try to do this. Again, neat technology if you have a plane that benefits from something like this. OAE, a bunch of yours probably won't because you don't have a wing pocket that's like curved up. Your wings don't actually like have... You're not conducive to the shape. A lot of yours tuck in, and you tape a lot of yours down, stall-proofing it, as it were. So, it wouldn't benefit yours. If you've got something that does, and again, Starhawk there might, but I see you have, well, it curves down from the bottom. It's just something you could try. Let's just leave it at that. I'm going to make this, like I said, short and sweet. This isn't going to be like the 15-second plane. I'll try to make it look a little bit better. But can't believe I'm wasting a good sheet, something like this for something like this, but whatever.
Okay.
And it's important.
I
really
think I got it.
It's really as important to have the wing pockets up top for this. I've not tried it below because I see the reverse probably wouldn't work too well, but...
Okay. So, I mean, I got them halfway.
You got yourself a new house, Robert? That's cool. That's cool. Wait, a lake, though? Well, you better have... Your planes better all be airtight. With as much tape as you use, probably is going to work out for you. It's really cool that you got it.
All right. So now what?
Okay, so, all right. You cut it straight. Okay. Did you cut it straight on both wing pockets?
Yep.
And you got the wing leading edge cut?
Yep.
Okay, that's it. That's literally it. Fold your wings out and take a look at it. Like I said, I was telling them, and I said that about
like that?
Yep, that's exactly it. With Diablo, it's going to be a little different because Diablo is single papered, so you don't have as much stress in those wing pockets as a normal plane does, but it does have some.
Yeah.
Like with a phase, it's a marked difference because, again, it changes the entire shape of the wing.
Correct, yeah. Same with... Oh.
But with Diablo, it will because now your wingtips, outside of the couple, the wingtips will start to droop a little bit.
Yeah, this will start to...
So in this one's case, because it does that, you may want to kick your inner wings up just a hair to give it that, like, the Y shape you get the Spyders all have all the time because of the stress. Yeah, just make sure your wings are folded up. Well, no, I don't mean the outside wing. I mean like the inside, inboard of the couple, towards the fuselage.
That's what I'm trying to... You're talking about these?
Yeah. Just unfold your fuselage wing there a little bit. Yeah, there you go. And let the outer wing droop just a hair.
Probably can cut that a little more, but it'll be all right.
It basically is, just like I said, it's relative. It's like a dog tooth cut, about 1/8. And then you just go straight back along your fuselage line. He did it right. You did find your X-Acto knife.
That's what I've been looking for. I found one of them. I didn't find the one that I was looking for, but I found one of them.
You got 3, right?
I do have like 3 of them, yeah.
You have that set that I see that like everybody gets that has like 3 different sizes.
Yep, this is one of them.
Well, it's not exactly 3 sizes. It's more like
3 size handles, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are definitely 3 different size handles.
So yeah, that's the basic premise of couple, and it's really cool, especially if you've got a plane with stress. I mean, in some cases, it's cool anyway. It's really neat to see it from the front to see what it does. If you take a look at the plane before you put it on, and then take a look after, it's really cool to see what it does. And it allows you to like have something to play with. I mean, if you ever wanted to put like fins up on top of your wing or something like that, you could foreseeably do that. I never do that with couple, but
Pain.
So yeah, I take it.
In my wrist.
I'll do the same thing. I'll
That's
fold
okay.
up here.
I like it there. I put it there.
Basically, now with something like yours, the same thing. Like mine's turning up, so it looks kind of crazy because there's no stress on this. It's a single engine, single winged aircraft. Diablo's the same way, I'm sure. And I wasted a really good sheet on this. But it's okay.
See, mine's wanting to do, like that.
Yeah, but see, that gives the plane freedom when it flies. Oh, yours does look cool. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. See, it creates that arch.
Yep.
The leading edge arch, but you still got a droop in the wing. In theory, that provides more lift. It's kind of like a parafoil. It's a slower flight airfoil, but it may, in your Diablo's case, may give it a little bit of glide if the wings can stay up.
Which I think they will. I mean, they're not terrible when it comes to that.
Well, also, you may not need it so much because, again, Diablo being smaller, you got a lot less wing chord there. When it flies, the wind might just take care of that. That thing might glide really good. You may enjoy a couple.
I'll try it a couple times.
And again, that's something we developed a long time ago. It stands for cut or clipped outer wing pocket and leading edge. That's where you get. It's not coupled with COU. It's COWPLE.
as I like to call it, Cowpel.
He likes Rifle and he likes Dale. Those are his favorites. He always tries to put Rifle and Dale in stuff. Don't deny it. I've seen you do it.
Everything. That's where you think this came from.
Oh yeah.
It's got both.
Although the Dale is really kind of subtle, like you barely can tell.
Yeah.
But most of mine are like that too.
Yeah. Because here's a smaller variant. And if y'all don't know what this is,
well, I ain't got time for you.
Yeah. If y'all don't know what that is, y'all need to go back and watch the videos. Because this is coming. This is coming. It's here, but it's coming.
Well, you didn't test. You were busy test flying the new Spyder 6 and the new Hagetaka, so you weren't really.
Oh yeah, I haven't really gotten out and done a lot of testing with this, but I did start, fiddling with it because I cut these into it initially,
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones that did the best. So, this is like the base model for the future.
That's another one you can do pods on, maybe, because it's got some strikes down there.
Yeah.
The wing angling? Yeah, and this is a basic bird, too. This is like, I haven't built one of these in a long time. I mean, this is one of those planes like everybody starts out with, This is what I started out with. This is not like this. I modified it slightly, but this is almost how Jetstreak and the Bull and the Dragon started out with way back in the day. It's like the common plane everybody builds. Polyhedral angling? Really? You didn't put any pictures or any instructables on those, have you? You need, Mark. You should put something on those things one of these times when you get that worked out.
What are you talking about?
Well, like those pods that we were showing up over here. You should put like some kind of Pisces on that, and stick like I was just doing on the Banshee, man. Cut a slit in the little pod and then put it on those. That would be so cool. Do you have one?
What you talking about?
Did you build one of these last week?
No.
You know this thing. You didn't build. Oh, man. That's right. I was the only one fiddling around. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. But like, if you had one of these, you cut like what I did with this, and then oh man, dude, it'd be cool.
You see what happens when I start cutting stuff?
You didn't cut that. That was the doctor.
Frankenstein.
See, no, like, dude, look,
Franken-arm.
You could stick this. Well, see, you can't say that don't look cool.
That's just ginormous.
I know it's big for this, but what I mean is like if you did this, if you made one of these and then cut the slit in it, you could put it on those strakes you got on the bottom of those things that will be having like little pods on it right there.
But I don't. Oh.
But you don't want it on that one. You got to test fly that one. The problem is
I've test flown this one. I know how this one flies.
Okay, well, again, you've got the room for more. You could do more.
You can't keep putting more on more. It's like the Impossible Burger from Whopper. It's just impossible.
The Impossible Burger from Whopper. I have gone to Whopper many times myself.
From the Impossible Whopper. From Crummy King.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Like, it's impossible because nobody wants to buy it.
Dude, people around here love that shit.
What the?
I don't know. Did we ever build the owl? I don't remember if we built the owl. I think I started one. I think I stopped it. I have to keep working on it. I haven't completed the owl yet. What the hell? Why did this turn up? Oh, it's because it's smaller than that. Come on. There we go. Okay. What the hell am I doing? That's not going to work out. Okay. That's not going to work out. So we're getting rid of that. All right.
What are you?
No, dude. Oh, man.
What?
The potential for pods on that is great. Those are the same strikes. It's just like the picture right there, dude.
You can't see
just,
it. If you can't see it, I can't do it.
It's just like his picture.
All I got is a pin. That's all I got. That's all I got left.
Give me that pen.
Like this.
Are you having a problem with that?
I am having a problem with that. This freaking hurts.
No pain pills for you?
I've got 2 left. And this is day 1, really. Day 2 without the cast.
Ouch.
And
the owl's a 30-second build? Oh, we could do that.
what? How do you... What? No. Well, maybe for you, 30 seconds.
Hey. Like,
You see how long it took me to fold Diablo?
I know, you were having problems. No.
Well, granted, I was doing a couple things.
Is this why you were saying you can only probably work like some tech, maybe some tech or something? Like, why are you like this? Because this is a problem.
I'm just saying, this is a problem. Because this right here sucks. I mean, the doc made it seem like it was just going to be a simple thing. And yeah, I was in and out of surgery real quick, but come on, man. It's been 2 weeks. And I'm dying back here.
Well, I suppose we should give you some props for actually being able to complete said stuff, right?
I mean, the problem is I still got to go to work. And I don't want to even go to work.
Well, nobody wants to go to work.
Well, I'm at the point where I enjoy what I'm doing now.
Oh, yeah, there's the owl. Oh, dude, yeah, I did watch it. I didn't build one of those. I'm kind of surprised. He has all kinds of colors. So, like I said, the folding of yours took a little bit of time because your hand is not exactly cooperating a little bit, is basically, right? So, where is it? Where's that thing? Your owl is like the most basic one that you have.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I would say we should build it, but if your hand is giving you that much problems, especially the Diablo was tough to build.
Well, yeah, it's more so the amount of pressure that I can apply with that hand. That's the problem.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, if you can't do what you can't do, then you can't do it, and it's okay. Sorry, I'm really bad at Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
So you still fly the owl? Is the owl going to be one of the ones you get, like, you're using in the core? Because, I mean, I saw, like, the lineup that you have. I remember seeing the lineup that you have. I gotta sort through your lineup that you gave me. I'm probably going to need a couple more planes, by the way, but I just mean because, your idea of what you've got that fills the role, and then, slot you in. I'll have to send you a message about that. Holy cow, owl is pretty basic, isn't it? Are you watching this?
Oh, say what? No, what?
You see it? You seeing this? I know you're not seeing this because you're not doing what I'm doing.
What?
Look at how green Ninja is. Look at how red. Look at how red Thunderbolt is. I'm not even
Red
getting-
Thunderbolt just goes off the
Thunderbolt-
page with the red.
Thunderbolt is just red. Spyder's pretty impressive to have a list that long and
So let's click on this.
you got to click on his uploads to see it because it's not like in the main hitch. Owl he did a couple months back. There it is, right down the bottom left. There you go.
Oh, that yeah. I've seen this one.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out, like, wait a minute, have I seen this one? I thought I've seen this one, and then I've seen.
I
it
checked
because I recognize the thumbnail.
Yeah, I checked it out too. I was like, oh yeah, because my
Yeah, see,
red bar was all the way across it. I'm like, oh, I've looked at this one.
Yeah, see, no, I didn't comment on it, but I thought I did, but no, I didn't comment on it.
I was going to, but I was not going to be, because, I mean, like, I like it. It's just, like, I was going to say something along the lines of, wow, this is basic for you. But then again, he's had this one the longest, I believe, so. I believe Pharaoh had one a lot like this. Not, I mean, everybody's got one, you know, their first starting one. This wasn't like this. Mark never had one like this. But you had Vortex, dude. Vortex is hot.
And it's basic.
And it's pretty basic.
Although Viper is, see, I've already done those first few folds before. Yeah, that's yep. I think I made this plane.
You probably made a variation of the
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
like,
yeah.
This one isn't really. I mean, it's basic, but it's not. Everybody's got their own design on it, so God, I have no normal sheets of paper was in my hand grab. Really?
Yeah,
Freaking
yeah. No, I think I made the exact same one.
Stop it.
I think I did. I think I did somewhere. At some point. I don't think I have one now. I mean, I might have it somewhere. Because I remember making my slant fold angled like that.
Well, like I said, Pharaoh's got one similar to that.
Yeah, I didn't do it
not
that
really.
high, maybe.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I mean, obviously OAE and Robert, like they come from that line with a lot of like high fuselage dudes.
Yeah, I don't think I folded mine that high. I think I gave it more wing. But I did slant it like that, though.
And he's right. That's a quick build.
Yeah.
Which
But no,
almost
those first like three fold, like one where you fold it down and then you fold the triangles and then you fold the tip down. Yeah, I've done that on I don't know how many planes.
You ever notice how it seems like the further along you get, the more complex your aircraft get? Why don't you ever see? That's what I've tried. Like every one of the ones I've tried to like Wasp is a prime example.
Because
right?
this one started out. This one right here started out that way too. And
Something like that, yeah.
Changed it a little bit.
My Wasp, you guys have seen the Wasp, and like this thing is. I've tried to keep it basic. I want to slim it down. I don't want to keep building more and more complex birds and having to take them out there because again, I'm trying to think combat minded. I don't want to have to like bring out something loaded with tech and then possibly lose the puppy. No. I got to have something basic and small and quick to build. So like, you know, I can oppress the enemy.
You're trying to oppress my feelings.
But like, yeah, I believe
because your javelins are not quick.
Well, they're quick for me.
Yeah, they're quick for you now.
Well, not only that, but I mean, like, this is why I keep, like, anywhere from 50 to 100 on hand at all times. So the chances are I'm not going to run out. And there's still, like, 30 or plus in pry fly. So
Yeah.
I
The
don't
chances,
think I'll
because
be
for
running out.
you don't mind losing those either.
I mind losing them because you've thrown them. They're quite a handy weapon to have.
Yeah, I mean, we did just pretty much launch javelins at each other.
Yes. So, I'm not trying to, like, I don't really want to lose them because if I lose them, that's what's going to happen. But
Yeah, but yep, fold the triangle.
you guys ever folded the 10-second plane? You need to fold a 10-second plane at least once in your life.
I'm not doing that.
Dude, why does everybody say that? Everybody says that. Come on, man. 10-second plane. Do it.
I'm not doing that.
It's fun. It's like the most ridiculous pile of crap. If you built Draco, you could build a 10-second plane. Because, dude, I bet you could probably complete a Draco in less than 10 seconds. The rest of the world could probably finish a Draco in less than 10 seconds. I'm serious, dude. The plane is nothing, man. That's why you retired it, because that plane is a hunk of crap.
Yeah, it's called Mine Scream. Because they suck.
Well, I have an exercise screen because of the Banshee, but I haven't put anything on there that makes them scream. I could try that.
You know what we should do?
He does have a Diablo. You're not the only one with a Diablo. He's got a Diablo too. But yours is retired though, right? Thought yours was retired. What should we do? What were you gonna say? What should we do?
You remember those? What were they called? Those what was like the vortex footballs?
Yes.
With the little screaming whistles on them.
The howler. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I love throwing those in the neighborhood.
Go to those. I mean, they gotta have some used ones somewhere.
I remember the neighborhood kids used to love it when I threw those around because they didn't whistle when I threw it. It just made a buzz.
Well, yeah, mine. I mean, up until I lost it, I mean, mine worked for years. Because I had that thing in Louisiana before I even moved to North Carolina. I think it still worked there.
Man. That's some crazy ass paper airplane that's right there. Oh, Robert's got the Diablo. Oh, you have a Demon. I've always wanted to make Demon, but I couldn't think of... Like, Demon was the one I was going to go with before I did Diamant, and I've changed that name. I mean, so now that's the Voodoo, because, I don't know, my dad kind of influenced that. We've always liked the F-101, so he called it the Voodoo. And I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm naming it that. I couldn't think of another better name. And I needed another V, because he's got Viper and Vortex going on, and it's just not fair. You can have that, I can have that. You can't build that? You can build that? Come on, build that. Ain't nobody got time for that?
Basically.
Man, that sucks. Okay, wait a minute. This isn't right. What the hell?
So, what, are you going to build a helicopter out of that?
No, Covio, I'm not going to build a helicopter out of that. If anybody should be building helicopters... It should be that guy over there.
Meh.
But apparently, ain't nobody got time for that. I know what you're going to do. I knew you could. Yep, see? I knew it was coming.
You know why? That's pretty much what they are.
Well, it's true. Yo, it's true. See, that's the problem with them, though, is like, you can't do much. I mean, the helicopters, you really can't. I mean, if it would be something if they actually flew, but they don't fly. They drop. in yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that? I mean, you can't do anything with that.
Yeah, I don't even know what good they are. I don't even know what purpose they really serve.
Well, in the case of if you have somebody like we had at Raintree, which is why your idea, dude, I think that's why we built on your idea when you started doing it. It was like, okay, I get it. If you were living above somebody and y'all both were in and you could build your forces together, you know, you could support them. I mean, a helicopter could definitely like transport stuff down. You built it big enough, it could probably drop a scissors down to you. You know, it would retard the scissors. I can say it that way.
Yes, I mean back then, yes, it was a handy thing.
And we did that a couple times. Remember, we built that one. I built that one big one that actually had 4. You built that cool little one that had 2. And I would go downstairs and you drop them down. It worked perfectly. They landed like straight where they wanted to be landed. So, I mean, it turned out all right.
Yes.
And that's why, at the time, if you're in a 2-story or if you're in an apartment complex and you live above them, it seems like a great idea.
And those apartments were not that bad.
No, they were not that bad.
They were.
It's basic for apartments, but it was not that bad.
Right.
And I just mean that because like that's like the floor plan apartments typically have.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. The payloads and like, well, ours was going beyond that. It was just trying to find other ideas for it. Like they could foreseeably, if you're on, I mean, like your close range attack planes, it's the same thing. You could foreseeably use them as fire bombers or as a bomb base for something, like if you're on top of your enemy, you know? So the potential is there for that.
Yeah, you can toss them maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do that, especially if you made them heavy enough. I mean, if you made that base heavy enough, you could foreseeably launch them a little bit of ways away from you. But it's all in like
and light it on fire.
It's all in how like strong you decide to make that make your rotors, whatever the rotors are. Don't ask.
I just got an idea for a third soundbite.
Oh, good God! Help me! Help me!
It's coming. I'm gonna have that thing ready. I think for the next show. Light it on fire. Oh, that's gonna be awesome! I can't.
Oh,
wait.
by the way, after we closed the show last week, or was it Friday? I don't know. We discovered some kind of insane crap because we realized that this thing actually closed caption stuff. I don't know if we can put it on the live stream, but we closed caption crap, and like, dude, it doesn't really follow as well as you'd like it to be. What do you mean slap launch? Slap launch? And if you close caption, it like comes up with all kinds of crazy crap that you just like. What language?
Crazy crowd. Did you just? What language is that?
I don't understand, man. It's like, ugh. And if you speak into it in another language, which we also did, because we use German and Spanish, it doesn't do that either. Like gringo, no, we didn't use gringo, but other words were in there, and it doesn't know that. It just tries to find the nearest English translation. So apparently, it picks up on your language just enough to know what's going on.
It didn't do too bad on that.
No?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Oh no. Yeah, this is. Yeah, it's not entirely the greatest thing.
It's not.
It's better. It's better than Chewbacca, but it's not much better than Chewbacca. Although you put the helicopter in your hand, inverted, and basically do a high fives. I know
but
you
it's
meant
not
five, but
much
I want to
better
say high
than she
fives.
bought girl only capital. can't take this.
This is by no means the world's smallest plane, but this is
I
pretty
can't
small.
take that. I gotta turn it off, people. I'm sorry. It's just too funny.
So yeah, that turned out pretty good.
That's so tiny.
It's not that small. It's only 2.5 inches by 1.5 inches. It literally is 2.5 inches by 1.5 inches. I can't even put tape around the nose.
You gotta cut the tape in half to get.
Let's assume that it likes this. Yeah, there's my little gnat. Well, this isn't a gnat. Ironically enough, this is. Oh, look, it's got landing gear. I can't stop. I'm sorry.
That thing is not.
It makes something like this seem overly huge.
Yeah, I could imagine putting my Diablo next to it or something like that.
If you have these little Foo Fighters, you could cause problems during battle. But unfortunately, none of us thought about that when we actually had the war. I had Nat, but Nat was like 2 years after the war ended. I used it as a spot defender for a long time. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to remember that slap launching. Okay, keep that in mind. I still got helicopters. I've got more helicopters than that guy over there, and they're easy to make.
Right.
Easy to make. I mean, you just need a stripper. You can make it out of this thing right here. Matter of fact, let's make him look. Yeah, let's do it right now. Slap launcher. You did say let's make.
I'm not. No. No.
I did some crazy stuff with my helicopters. I don't know how you guys. How do you guys make yours? Like I actually did experiments with them and stuff because I was trying to figure out how we made the ones we made back at Raintree that were cool. Because everybody knows the basic helicopter, but I mean, you got to explore different rotor shapes.
Yeah, I think you had like a point to yours.
Yeah, I did. And I wrote down somewhere in my notes. I wrote down exactly what the limit was. I did the experiments with ones as the body to rotor ratio, how heavy the paper could be, blah blah blah. I did which one, do they care which way the rotors face? Because I mean, basically, if you're folding it versus here, there actually is a difference to that based on how you build the rest of the plane. And it is a plane; it's just a rotary wing. But Mark would like to tell you something different because his planes, you normally have to put the fold in there, but I'm folding it. I don't even know if Mark built. How many helicopters have you built? Have you built any since Raintree?
No.
I didn't think you had. But like I said, I learned some things. I took the notes on some of them. And this one does not like such and such fold. This one does like such and such fold. I even put it on the rotors. Fold this one up, fold this one down. And it influences how they fly. So, to take this out. I had complex bodies. And see, if you do a fold, like mine, I actually worked with the folds. I never taped any of this down. I would actually just fold this and then keep it that way because, of course, if you had that shape, damn, my fan's gonna probably not let it work. If you had that shape, it could land. It could have a landing gear. So I would keep that on there. But then, I'm still not done with it. Keep taking the fold out, and I keep taking it. Yeah, Mark was talking about how I kept. Yeah, I had an angle to it because what I would do is this. Yeah, I gotta do it right. So, and this. This is the point he was talking about because I never made. I mean, I always thought that if the broader the the broader rotor that you built, the blade that you made, obviously the more lift you would have and the more flappiness, as it were, you would have. But everybody did that, so I always like to make it with a point because, well, it made it a little bit more unique and easier to play with. And then you have a lot more control surfaces to play with. So, now that one will obviously not work because I already did it on purpose though. But obviously won't work because they're going the same direction, and I got to get the fold out in the middle again. That's the biggest problem with folding these damn things is you have to have you have to have a center line so you can duplicate what you did, but then you have to take that center line fold out because if you don't, they suck. Yeah, and that did in my helicopter.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I remember your drone. Sorry, I got distracted. I remember your drone helicopters. Yes. And see, there you go. I just flew it. It sucks. Why? Because the wing's fighting itself. This does not fly. But that's because, well, first of all, I failed to put this one on the upside. These always have to be on the top. And you can deploy them. You could leave the fold out because if you leave the fold out, it'll slow the airfoil down, slow the helicopter down. But in this one, if you don't have it the right way, this is the important thing about these. If you have the Z in here like this, if you have the end design or whatever, so it lands, it can't fight the rotors. If the aircraft spins, it's got to spin this way. If it tries to spin this way, that fights it. It dies, which is what it's doing. So it always matters how you're folding your rotor this direction. And
what if you flop both of those?
What, like this, like I just did?
Oh, I didn't see it.
They were sitting like this, so I'd flap them this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work. That's the way it needs to go. See? So just something as simple as that alters your flight plan. If I left it like this, it traps it, it just flutters to die. But if you do it this way, I would need more altitude than just throwing it off of my chair here, but it was starting to spin before it landed. Which also means I probably need to flip these back up because it's going the other direction. And you can't keep folding these. You can't like fold this over again. You need to keep that out because you still need wing area on your rotors because, again, rotary wings, as they're called, rotor wing aircraft, you need as much wing area as possible to fight whatever weight they do have. And this thing, the way this one is, of course, this has a lot of weight. I have a lot of these helicopters. Oh, yeah, it spins really good now. Yeah, it started spinning before it was on the way down. It's a little bit fast. There's kind of a lot of weight on here. But, I mean, altering these things, I've done many alterations to these. It's easy to trim weight. It's easy to manipulate their wings. It's easy to... I mean, there is so much you can do. And, of course, like what we did back at Raintree, I don't know, did we ever hang a string from them? Because you could actually, like, literally put, like, if you put a hole down there, you could, like, toss some string inside of that, staple it too, and have, like, something dangling off the bottom.
No,
right?
I don't think we did that at all.
Well, we could do that.
But we're at 2.5 hours in.
We are 2.5 hours in, gentlemen. I'm sorry. We did get the helicopter. This is the first helicopter any of us have built probably in, like, 10 years.
Yeah, so I appreciate you guys stopping by.
Wait 1 second. Robert, we did not get a chance to use static charge to make the aircraft lighter. We should do, but that only works with tape, right? You have to rub tape on something to get the charge up. I have to remember that. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I didn't say anything on it, but yeah. No, we do not.
We haven't had a chance to. We don't, I mean, you'd have to really tape it up to do that.
Yep.
But again, good idea.
Yep. But yeah, we're going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys stopping by.
Robert, good to hear you got a house.
Yeah.
Good to hear you got back a house. That's cool.
Yep. That's amazing. Just quick.
Stay up. Thank you.
Nice.
Anyway, so again, thanks guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna make a plane out of tape. Mark's got to get healed before he can build anything else. Just keep an idea.
Yep.
Keep your ideas coming. Keep your ideas coming. We'll try to send some ideas your way. Well, keep watching our videos and keep watching OAE's Instructables, and you get the ideas.
Yep. And always remember to keep them flying.